It is the 43rd day of writing my very first book, which is about my journey transitioning out of the corporate world and going online. Did it in two stages. One is came out of the 9-to-5 and then went into owning my own businesses, did that for 4 or 5 years, and then 3 years ago went online. And a lot of people ask me when I do lives about having a look behind the scenes. So I'm going to, over the next week, I'm going to open up doing some videos behind the scenes of where I live in Australia. At the moment, I am just north of Brisbane on a place called the Sunshine Coast. I've built nearly a 7-figure business now over the last 3 years, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever think this was possible. One of the things that I enjoy probably more than anything at the moment is that I now coach people from all around the world, from all walks of life, single parents, Olympic athletes, CEOs of multi-million-dollar companies, yoga teachers, physiotherapists. The list goes on, best-selling authors, the list goes on how it is they can take their story, their message, their knowledge, their experience, their wisdom, put it together and package it digitally in an online course or program and then promote it to people around the world. It is my passion. I love doing this. This is the most exciting time in my whole life ever. Beats anything I ever did in the corporate world. The number one question that people ask me, if I was to start all over again, what would I do differently? And that's what I want to talk to you about today. And if there was one thing or two things that I want to talk about today, that if you're getting online, it is really important from day one that you're online is to get a team around you. So if you're thinking of getting online, or maybe you're just beginning to go online, make sure that from the very beginning you get a support team in. If there was one thing, again, that I wish I'd have gotten on to quickly enough, I've got onto it now, and it's a big part of what I do online, is automation. Try and automate as much as possible. Whether it's your calendar, whether it's your emails, whatever it might be, make sure to get automation into your online business, like from the very beginning. Because if you do, it'll take back so much of your time to free you up to create the content that's of value that you're putting out there to your audience. It gets you to spend more time marketing and spending more time selling your business and just being out there with the customers and the prospects. I believe this is the greatest time ever to be alive. Yes, there's a lot of things that are changing. Yes, there's a lot of things that are causing uncertainty. Yes, there's a lot of things that are causing stress and anxiety. But my goodness, if you are looking at what's actually happening and you're tapped into what's happening, in my whole career, there's never been an opportunity like we're having today. Can you imagine waking up in the morning and looking at those emails and see the PayPal notifications coming in for something that you created and are able to then monetize many times? This is one of the beautiful things about the online world that I have experienced myself. And I think there's so much gratification that comes from just seeing the opportunity where you can create something once and then be able to sell it multiple times and see the benefits of those PayPal notifications. Now with the opportunity online is that pretty much for little or no capital, just the knowledge in your head of a hobby, a passion, a specialty, a profession, you're able to package it in a digital format. Now that digital format could be an online course, it could be an ebook, it could be an audio, it could be a podcast, it could be a PowerPoint presentation. There's many ways to do it. I think that if you know how to do something and you know how to do it successfully, then you should teach it to other people. And that's why just after I launched my Young Entrepreneurs Academy, I started coaching people on how it is they could take their knowledge, life experiences like me with the Young Entrepreneurs Academy. I'm not a teacher or a hobby or a passion. I started teaching and coaching people all around the world. So I wanted to share with you today 3 big ideas if you are looking to build an online course that will help you build that successful online course. Number 1, before you even think about creating your online course, you need to build an audience. You really need to build that tribe of people who know, like, and trust you, and who believe that you've got something that can help them. So you need to also identify what is the big problem, the challenges, the blockages, the frustrations, the fears they've got, that you can help them with an online course. So that's number 1. Number 2 is create that online course that solves that biggest problem for them and takes them from A to B in the shortest time possible. They don't want to be spending lots and lots of time looking around the internet, trying to find the information and trying to piece it together. Believe me, I did that myself for the very first year. And it is probably the single biggest regret I've got, because I spent a whole year wasting my time looking around the internet and still couldn't put it all together in a roadmap that would take me from A to B. And it was only when I got a mentor and then a coach to be able to help me do that, then things changed for me. So that's number 2. Number 3 is ensure that your online course gets results and transformation for people. The transformation and the results will be, just like in my coaching program, if you follow my coaching program, you will be online in 12 steps and you will be making money. That's the guarantee I give. That's the transformation that I give to people. If I was to go back to my 20s, the one thing I would do today is get myself a mentor and a coach, and I would start up a side project before going into a full business online. If you do want to be online, the opportunities are enormous. There's 4 things I would love to share with you today that I'd love you to pass on to people who are seriously thinking about going online, whether they're young or they're old. I would pass these on to my younger self if I was in my 20s now today. Number 1, read. I today read a new book every week, and I don't think in my whole life I have learned so much than I have over the last 4 years. They're not all books about online. There's a lot of them that are autobiographies. And if you ever want to learn how a person in history went through their life in that moment, read somebody's autobiography. Number 2 is be persistent. Because if it becomes persistent in what it is you do, it becomes a habit. And as we know, the difficult part of doing anything is in our conscious. And if we can move that into our subconscious as a habit, it becomes so much easier. Number 3 is know the strategies. That was something when I went online 3.5 years ago, I wasted a whole year because I didn't get a mentor and I didn't get a coach to find out what the strategies are. I thought it was pretty obvious. You take the knowledge and experience you've got, you write it down, you put it in together into a digital course, and you start putting it out there. And I did that for 3 times, and pretty much nobody bought my courses because I didn't know the strategy. The strategy is, when you're building an online course and program, is you build the audience first. Number 4 is mindset. Having awareness and having the mindset is so important. It's not just believing in yourself, but being aware of your thoughts, being aware of other people, being aware of the environment, being aware of what it is that's out there that you can do, being aware of the opportunities. For me today, it is really, really clear. Wealth equates to having multiple streams of income. And it's something I never had in the corporate world because I, like many people, was trading my time for money. Most wealthy people have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income are having linear income where you trade your time for money. That's number 1. So that could be a coaching program. You can have multiple streams of income in terms of having reoccurring income. So you can have a membership program where people join a membership that you teach once a week or once a month, and they pay you a monthly fee. You can have passive income, which is income where you create something once and then you sell it multiple times. So that would be 3 different types of income. You could have an affiliate income where you are promoting somebody else's products or services and you get a fee. So you're not creating anything, but you're getting a fee or a commission for selling other people's products or services. So that's 4. Or you could have a partnership agreement where you are promoting somebody else's product or service through your database, and that might be another stream of income. And it can go on and on and on. So I wanted to share that with you wherever you are. I'm on day 50 writing my book, so I'm exactly halfway. And I've got another 50 days to go, and then I'm going to finish writing it. I'm going to pass it over to get edited, and then I'm going to get it published. It's a how-to book, how it is you can transition very quickly out of the 9 to 5 and get online either part-time or full-time, where you use your knowledge and experience and be able to monetize it to have people's lives impact all around the world, which is what I've been doing for the last 3 years, and it's completely transformed my life. So I thought I'd share that with you on this Monday. Wherever you are, have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.